Hello, hello. This is Bruce Webb with the Bruce Webb team of realtors. I wanted to take a time to thank you all for joining me today. This is our first live event, Facebook event. It is what we want to do is be able to talk about the real estate market up and down the I-275 corridor. And we plan on doing this every Tuesday at 11:45. And we're going to talk about buyer's hints and seller's hints, and give them some information about for seniors and if they're downsizing or moving into assisted living, and hopefully we'll be providing some information about the community also. So we want to thank you again for showing up. It's a great Michigan day out there. We're getting close to 60 degrees. So we wanted to start off by saying, first of all, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask them, and we'll try to answer them right here today. If not, we'll get back in touch with you. And the other thing that we have a gift certificate for shops in restaurants in downtown Plymouth. It's a $25 gift card. It's through the Plymouth Chamber. So if you share this while we're on, it's a great opportunity to get a gift card for and support your local businesses downtown Plymouth. So please share and let everybody know what we're doing here today. Got an opportunity, as I said, to start off quickly, give you a little bit of background about myself. I have a marketing economics degree from Central Michigan University. We have a broker's license, and here in the office I'll have a title of associate broker. Jim Stevens has the honor of owning the company, so he is the broker. Anyone who has a broker's license underneath him is an associate broker. So wanted to give you that information. Also, we are a certified real estate senior specialist. We work with a lot of seniors and helping them to downsize, move into assisted living, as we said before. And there's a whole network of people out there that we work with on this. So we try to take care of our seniors as best we can. We're accredited buyer's representative. Especially in this market out there right now, it is very tough to get your offers accepted. So we have some tips that we can help our buyers get their offers accepted in when there's a multiple offer situation, when you're going up against 8, 9, 10 offers. We try our best to get them in there. Real estate negotiation. That's another certificate that we have in negotiating with people in the real estate area. Also, we're short sale and foreclosure property. Back in 2006, 2008, we did a lot of these. Hopefully we don't have to do too many more of those, but it's a possibility out there. And just so you know, short sale has nothing to do with time. They usually take quite a while to process. I also recommend having an attorney involved when we're processing a short sale, but we can talk about that on another day. As I said, we've got 30 years of experience, so we've seen a lot of the good, the bad, and the ugly in the real estate market, and it's a good opportunity to see things change as they've gone by. And it's what we'd like to say is there's always a changing market, where it's a buyer's market, a seller's market, and right now it is I say it leans towards a seller's market because of the inventory, and everyone's been talking about the inventory, and we'll get into that in a little bit. But I want to thank you for being here today. And again, if you have any questions, please ask. And again, share, and we'll be able to get you a gift card. We'll have a drawing at the end of the event today. So let's start off with how we're going to do this a little bit. We're going to talk about a couple of communities, Canton and Plymouth, to start off today with, because we're trying to keep this to about a 15-minute report. And while we talk about those two communities, we're also going to give information about some buyer's tips and seller's tips. Where we get our information from is RealComp, which is the multiple listing service. And people saying, well, the inventory is so low. Why, you know, we want to give them a reason, you know, let them know why it's so low. Well, first of all, to give you an idea, back in 2020, and first of all, our reports, when I say they come from RealComp, January information comes out about mid-February. February information comes out mid-March. So we are working off of January's information right now. We're not quite to the point where we're going to have February's information. We'll probably have that next week or the week after. So what we're trying to do is compare January of 2020 to January of 2021. To give you an idea on the inventory in 2020, in Canton, there was 155 homes on the market. This year, there were 71 homes on the market. That was a 54% decrease. That's why we're talking about how the inventory is affecting what's going on. To give you an idea, the average sale price back in 2020 was $298,000. This year was $356,000, almost 20% increase. So, you know, it just goes back to, as I said, I had a degree in economics. It's the supply and demand curve. Less supply, more demand, prices are increased. Now, days on the market is another area that we talk about quite a bit. And back in 2020 in Canton, the average days on the market was 38 days, and this year it was 32 days. Again, a decrease of 15, almost 16 days percent on the market. So as you can tell, the inventory is being affected quite a bit right now, and what we want to make sure is that we get more listings out there, and that will balance out the market for you a little bit. So in a tight buyer's market, there's several things that we can do for a buyer and to make sure that they get the home of their dreams. But the first thing that we got to talk about with a buyer is get pre-qualified. Not actually pre-approved, not just pre-qualified. We want to make sure that the money is in the bank, it's ready to go, and you have to be ready to fight the battle. And the first step is getting your mortgage lined up. We have several mortgage companies that we work with and that are dependable, and they'll get you a good rate for you. Then you want to stay close to your real estate agent. And by that I mean, if a property comes up at 2 o'clock, we have an automated system. By 2:05, you're getting an email from us and saying that there's a property over on Elm Street, and it fits your criteria, and let's go take a look at it as soon as possible. So you want to make sure that you're staying close to your realtor. The other thing is real estate agents, and it all depends on who you're working with. There's other systems out there besides the MLS. There's the Zillows, the Move in Michigan, the Realtor.com, the Trillios. I would say go ahead and scan those also yourself, because they're not always set up with the agent to find out what's going on with those properties on a daily basis. The good agents will be checking them on a regular basis, but they got a full day and they're not able to get on there 24/7, where the MLS is actually going to kick out the listing as soon as it's popped on. It's going to be sending you an email shortly after that, at least if your agent sets you up on an auto response type of deal. So check those out yourself from time to time. The other thing is be ready to make a decision, and by that I mean I always tell my buyers to have 10 things in your mind that you want to have in a home. Okay, 5 are a must. We won't even go out and take a look at a home unless you have those 5 items in the listing. The other 5 are sort of optional items. And if we get 3 out of the 5, it's probably a pretty good idea that this home's the right home for you. If the other 2 are things that you can add on, say like a fence or maybe central air, and if it's got forced air, it's a good chance that it's won't cost you that much to get into the home of your dreams. So be ready to make a decision, and then the other thing is be ready to fight your battle. Okay, it's going to be very competitive out there, so you got to be ready. If you are qualified to say for a $200,000 home, you might want to look at $180,000 homes. That way, whenever a home comes up, you have a little gap to fight that battle with. And the reason I say that is we don't want to overextend you in your financing. We don't want to put you in a bad situation. And in the heat of a battle, it is very easy to get tied up with that, and we don't want you to get caught up in the frenzy of a real estate battle at the time. So those are some of the points. The other thing I would say is keep your concessions down to a minimum, and by that is if you got a house to sell, you might want to take out an equity line beforehand, before you put your house on the market, and take that equity, make that purchase. Then you have the opportunity to sell your house afterwards. Again, that's one of those things where you want to talk over with your lender and make sure that everything's in place before you actually, start shopping for a new home. So those are a couple of tips for buyers. Again, we want to remind you, if you have any questions, please ask. We're here for you. Again, if you want to share, we do have the gift card from the Plymouth Chamber. It's a $25 gift card. It will go towards, I would say, about 90% of the restaurants and shops downtown Plymouth. There's a pretty good list of them there. So we'll be doing a drawing at the end of this event. And again, we're trying to keep this every Tuesday at 11:45. This is our first event, so let your friends and family know about it, and we'll be glad to, be here next week with them. So, Sherman's got a question here. Is a good time to buy investment property? Okay. Well, it all depends on what you're trying to do with your investment property. I would say it's always a good time. There's always a variety of different properties that you're looking maybe to fix and flip and turn around and sell, or is it something that you're planning on renting out? So you always have to have about 4 or 5 exit points on your investment properties. So anytime that you can buy a property at a good rate is a good time for investment properties. So we work with a lot of investors here in the area, and what we want to do on that is, it's always what you can buy the property for. It's tough out there right now because of the pricing, the way pricing is going right now. So I hope that answers your questions, and if you got, please give us a call and we'll talk about it in detail with you, depending on your situation. So what I want to talk about next is Plymouth and Plymouth Township. We have, I'm going to try to combine those together here a little bit. As you see that, again, it talks about inventory. The city of Plymouth last year, in year 2020, had 43 active homes, where this year it had 21 active homes. So it's 51% decrease. Again, that's that inventory getting very low. Days on the market, last year was 88 days on the market, and this year was 16. There's the thing about the 88 days on the market was there was a lot of new construction going on downtown Plymouth, and that skewed that number a little bit and made it a little bit higher because the builders would put their properties on before and would take it off after they actually had the property built. So that skewed that number a little bit. Plus, it was a smaller sample size compared to Plymouth and Plymouth Township and Canton Township, because we're only talking about 7 homes being sold in January this year and 3 last year. But the thing about it too is the average price went from $265,000 up to $426,000. Again, that can be skewed very quickly with a small sample size. Now, the Plymouth Township is a little bit different. You could see that the inventory of 2020 was 30 homes compared to 20 homes this year. Again, a decrease of 33%. But the average days on the market went from 46 to 27, a decrease of 41%. And surprisingly, though, the average price stayed the same. It was $332,000 compared to $331,000 this year. So it's a market that's a little strange, but there's little pockets that are holding up. So again, if you've got any questions, go ahead and throw them up on the board. We appreciate you being here today. And Let's talk about some things for the seller right now. One of the things I would say right off the bat is contact your realtor before, maybe 2-3 months before you think about putting your property on the market, because they should be able to do a walkthrough of your property and give you a good idea of what things need to be done. I'm always in the frame of mind, spend a little money to make a lot of money, not a lot of money make a little money. It just makes sense to me. But we used to say, go out and get your home, have a home inspection done before you're putting your home on the market. I think we're all in the mode that those are times that we don't want to be surprised. So if you have an issue with your home, it's a good time to have it checked out before you actually put the house on the market. Now, if there are issues, say there's a roof issue or there's a mold issue in the attic or something like that, not necessarily you have to have them fixed or repaired, but get an estimate on it. That way you know what, and especially when you start to negotiate and you disclose that you have say a mold issue, you have a price right there, and you say, well, houses in the neighborhood are selling for a round number. We'll say they're selling for $200,000. It's going to cost $5,000 to take care of this mold situation. We're putting the house on the market for $195, and we can either clean it up after closing or during closing or the process. Okay, or we can give concessions back to the buyer, and then they can take care of it after they actually close on the property. So there's a lot of options out there. And the one thing I will always say is every paragraph, every inch of the purchase agreement is negotiable. So there's a lot of things that we can talk about. Obviously, clean, especially the bathrooms and kitchens, the windows. Put in some bright light fixtures, light bulbs. Those are main topics for people. Also, when you're getting things organized, to go ahead and get your warranties put together from your washer, dryer, furnace, hot water tanks. Get them in one spot, so when you turn the home over to the buyer, we can make a nice little packet for them and leave them on the kitchen counter or in the drawer. And then last but not least is curb appeal. Curb appeal is very important, just for the fact that the first 60 seconds is as they're driving up to the house or walking up to the door. That's what's going to catch their eye. We want to have that good feeling as they're coming in. And as the agents are fumbling around with the lockbox at the front door, the buyer's looking around and saying, well, the front door needs painting. There's cobwebs here. All that tells them is there's work. There's work that needs to be done in this property, and things going off in their mind. That's just going to cost them. It's going to cost them some money or some time. And what we want to do is make sure that that's not the first thing that they see walking into a home. So again, we appreciate it, and we're glad you are here. I hope everybody is doing well today. I thank you for joining me. We plan on doing this again next Tuesday at 11:45. We're going to be here every week. If there's questions that we didn't ask or answer today, if you have some, please let me know. I can be reached at area code 734-392-6021. That's my direct line here in my office. Or you can email me at bruce@brucewebb.com. The other thing is we have a website, brucewebb.com, and a lot of these questions might be answered on that, so you can go right there. And you can search for a home, you can get a home evaluation, and we'll have a market analysis done also. So please visit us. Again, thank you for showing up today, and we'll have a great day, and we'll see you next week. And have a great Michigan day, and let's talk soon.